What's up, everybody? It's been a minute. Back with a live journal reading from my middle school. It's not really middle school, it's my high school journal, my sophomore year. Okay, we're going to get right into it. Wayback Machine 1992. It's November 3rd, 1992, Election Day. Today was pretty good, if I don't say so myself. I got up and went, got Josh, my cousin, for school, and all went well. When I got to school, I spoke to Sam for a while. Sam was there, but Craig is out of town. Craig's out of town. More on that. I then went to the first period, but it was okay because Carrie wasn't there. I guess I was disappointed. Then slept the next two periods. It's not that unusual for me. Must have woken up in time for lunch. All went pretty average until the last period when I was roaming the campus doing nothing. This is basically how I spent most of my high school, doing nothing at all. During the last period, I was called in by Coach Perry. Coach Perry was a basketball coach. He was also a disciplinarian. I think he was assistant principal at the time. He called me over to let me know I would be the voice of the JV Buccaneers. So the background on this, I think me and a guy named Ben Elliott, God rest his soul, who he and I were the biggest boxing fans in the high school. We were the only people that followed boxing back then. And he passed away recently. We were good friends, and we convinced them we needed to be the announcers for the JV basketball team. And if I remember correctly, I only got to do this once because it did not go well, as you could as you could imagine. After that, I then went to Tim's, got on the computer. Kevin Long left me some messages. I don't know Kevin Long. I don't know if I ever met him. Somebody let me know. I don't know who Kevin Long is. Then played some games, and it goes through the games: Melee and Operation Overkill and Trade Wars and all those cool games back on the BBCs. The Pit. Then a final note. After I got home, I watched some of the election. Clinton's going to win, and it says, "I'm not sure it matters. I don't really see any difference between Clinton and Bush." It's interesting how some things don't change. And then I then did some junk and went to bed. The next day, the 4th, things went pretty good, I must say. I got up, got the geeks up and went to school. That's my sister and my cousin, I guess. I talked to Sam in the morning since Craig is in Florida. Craig is not in Florida, I don't believe. I believe Craig is in Jamaica with Tim's girlfriend. But I could be wrong. Someone tell me if this timeline's correct. I believe the jig is up. Craig is out of the country with the girlfriend who he believes, as he is a junior in high school, I believe he thinks she's 22 or 23. I then went to my classes. I slept in Bible class. At the end of school, there was a massive pep rally. The seniors won the Spirit Stick. It was a pretty good rally, I must say. I then went to practice, where we watched film, and then went to the gym and went over some plays and went home. Later on, I got on New Moon and Orville's Flying Circus. I talked to Tim until I had to go to church. Came home, got a drink, played some Nintendo. I must have a Nintendo at this point. And then I went and got Amanda at Casey's house. Casey Robinson, shout out. We stopped and got gas, went home, went to bed. Last day, this journal entry. I got up this morning, and it's going to be a great day. Okay. I got to school and talked to Sam. I then gave a certain girl one of my jerseys. And it says in quotes, mistake, which must have meant I gave it to somebody I didn't want to give it to. But who was it? Who got that jersey? Does anybody know? I don't remember. I then went to art and did nothing. I then basically did nothing in school until around English class, where I went to see one of my favorite teachers. This was it's funny. We did a little work in there and then went to a pep rally. It was crazy. There were some ridiculous chants that my class started. And then we did win the Spirit Stick. It was our last practice before the big game. It went well. I got some tips from Mr. Barnett. Mr. Barnett, who was Adam Barnett's father, was classically involved in a lot of my play. And I will tell you, the man, if he told me once, he told me 1,000 times, don't listen to coach, just do this. And it was like, that team was in total disarray. And really, all our success came from about 5 of us that were doing our own thing. And then the plan was crap. The plan was crap, always. It was not well coached. I then got some food from Subway with Amanda, who I call Mo, my sister Momo, and Mariana Grider. Oh, Mariana Grider. There's some stories. None of it's in here. Mariana Grider, who I was in love with. Not on Facebook, just FYI. I then went back to school and watched the high school basketball team play. I reffed the Powder Puff game. It went well. Turned out to be a tie, 0-0. Come on, girls. What happened? I then went and to a bonfire, and where we did some more chants. Mental note: Susan Brown. Susan Brown talked to me for the first time since I've developed this crush, you know. Oh my! I then went back to the gym and made my way home. On the way home, Doug Gray from paintball was in front of me speeding when a cop pulled out to pull him over. So I did the only thing I could, pretended like I didn't see him and pulled in between them. What was I thinking? Okay, the cop gave up on chasing him and just turned off his lights. I went home, went to bed early. Getting ready for a huge day tomorrow. I mean, the big game. Go Bucks. Okay, well, I didn't get arrested. Everything's going fine. And then, strangely, Craig, where are you at, Craig? Out of the country? Somebody's girlfriend? All right, we'll get to the bottom of this. We'll get to the bottom of this next time.